Hey guys, welcome to this episode. So, I am going fishing today. Finally. Get to go fishing. Haven't been fishing in probably 2 weeks or so. Or a week, I don't know. But I wanted to show you guys something first. I want to teach you how to make it. So I've been working with night crawlers and worms for probably about 2 weeks now. And I have them in like a little tote and stuff like that. And it's kind of like a vermicompost. So, excuse the noise in the background. All I did, right here, I'll show you guys what I did. I put holes in the bottom, so that way if you put dirt in here, you want to keep the dirt nice and moist, so you dump water in there. And this will allow the water to escape the bottom of the bucket instead of filling up, and that can actually drown and kill your night crawlers or worms. So that I did with a hammer and a nail. So I'll just punch a nail through this a few times, make some holes in the bottom. That's what you want to do first before you put dirt in, because trust me, it's going to be a bit harder after you do that. So now you have all the holes in the bottom, and now we just need dirt. So let me see if I can find you guys a place to stay and actually see me. Sorry it's a little bit angled, but we're just gonna, let's see here. You guys are looking at the bike, aren't you? Let's see. Let's stick it right here. So we're just gonna dig in the ground, and this pitchfork is wooden, so it's been cracking lately. So you gotta try and be a little bit more lenient to how hard I pull back on it. But if you have a shovel, that works perfectly. So we're just gonna get the dirt from underneath. Do not take the dirt from the top, because the dirt from underneath the top layer is what all these worms live in. So just take all that dirt right from the top. If you have a shovel, this should be a lot easier because you can just scoop it. Get all that dirt from the top right off. Look, you can see a worm right there. Oh, there's a few worms. There's a worm right there. As you can see, hopefully. See, a little bit closer. There's that. So as I said, just get all the top layer dirt off. Then you have this nice under layer of dirt. And this is where the worms actually live. So you're just gonna grab it with your shovel or your hands. Just put it all in your bucket. Now, a problem that I've had is that in certain parts of my yard there is like grubs fully underneath. They're all underneath the dirt, but there's hundreds of them. They're those little white grubs that curl up into like a ball. I'll have to show you guys one later on in the video, but you just keep digging down, get all the dirt that you can, and stick it into your bucket. I'll show you guys what this looks like after it's about half full. Yeah, so I got it probably about 3/4 full. You don't want to fill it all the way to the top, or the worms will be able to get out, even if you put a cover on it. And with the tote, you want not a clear tote, because that will allow the light to go in, unless you're keeping the clear tote in a darker place. Because that will allow the light to go in through the sides, and the worms and night crawlers don't like that, and they may not reproduce as much as they would if they were in like a darker colored tote like this. So that's all nice dirt right there. And there is going to be some grubs in your dirt, and I believe grubs eat roots. They may eat worms, I'm not too sure. But if there is, the amount of water that you're putting in here should drown them out. But the worms will be nice and happy in there. I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys what I'm talking about with the grubs. So, let's see here. Stick you on a piece of wood. There's a few already out from where I was digging. Look, see? That is a grub right there. I believe they eat roots, but I'm not sure, so I'm not even gonna chance it. I'm gonna show you a few more. I just dug this probably about 5 minutes ago, and there's grubs throughout the whole thing. Now the good thing is about these grubs, you can actually collect them and just stick them in dirt with a few roots or worms or something. You have to search up what they eat because I'm not too sure, but stick them in like a little container with dirt or with roots or worms, and then you can actually use these for bait. And I would say they do best for sunfish bait because they're pretty small. Even some of the smallest sunfish could probably eat these. So, but they're just pretty nice. Oh, that's a weird worm. What is that? That's a pretty weird bug right there. Anyways, I'll show you these grubs in like 5 seconds. I'll show you how much I collected the time that I was just talking to you guys. So, as you can see, there's tons of grubs. This is a weird thing that I was talking about, by the way. This little worm thing right there. Anyways, that's how many grubs I collected from this little spot in less than like 30 seconds. So there's obviously tons in here. There's 2 more there. But you collect these and use it for sunfish bait. And there's tons of these. I don't know where you live or if there's anywhere you live, but where I live there's tons and tons of these. So just collect them, use them for sunfish bait, use them for food for your turtles or fish that you have in your tanks. Anyways, let's go to the next step of making this worm reproduce / compost bin. So I would say the next step is just finding another tote or something, if you're keeping it inside. Well, you should probably do it anyways. To put the original tote with the dirt in, so that way all the water that does leak out from the tote can go into a different tote and or bag or whatever you guys are using. That can actually be really, really good for plants and stuff like that. Really good for gardens. All that water on the bottom because it goes through the worms, cleans everything out of there, and goes through worm turd, stuff like that. So it's actually pretty good. And also you can harvest the dirt eventually after these worms start producing the compost. Anyways, so you're just going to find another tote. This one can be a clear tote. It doesn't really matter. As you can see, I have this purple clear tote. You just stick it down and stick the original tote into that tote. But you want to make sure that you're going to be able to get the tote out. So I would stick a few bricks right here. Or something to make it a little bit higher, like up to here, so that way the tote stays up above, because if it goes inside of it, it'll get stuck. You won't be able to get it out. So that's that. We're going to do that real quick, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay guys, so now all we need is worms. I brought this inside because I'm actually going to be sticking it in my basement. Sorry about the lighting, it's going to be really bad. But, okay, let's do this. Stick you guys right up here. So all we're going to do is just take some of the worms out of this one, because there's a lot of them. I don't know if you can see them. Probably not. Might be able to. There's probably about 500 to 1,000 in this bucket. So we're just going to take probably a few hundred or like 100 out of here. Just to make this a little bit more, not worm-free, because I don't want worms. I don't know the word for it, but not as clustered up, because they're all pretty much in one little ball. So we're just going to take tons of them, stick them into the new, let's see here. I'm going to get as many as I can, so might as well just grab this. Let's see here. Got a scooper for cat litter. I use it for the worms, just that way I can get them out a little bit easier. I don't know how well this is going to work, but it should work pretty good. Never actually done this before, so. Oh, what was that? Oh, it was a beetle. Just had a beetle on my neck. So we're just going to plop a few in the new. Scoop some more up in here. I'll show you what it looks like after I get all of the worms that I need into that container. Now, we have all the worms that we need into this one, covered up with some dirt, and now we're going to bring them downstairs and into my basement. Let's see here. So after this, you're just going to get a pitcher of water. After you bring it to wherever you bring it, put it back on top. Just going to get a pitcher of water and soak it until water starts coming out the bottom, just to make it really, really moist. And that way your worms will be able to inhabit. Let's see here. Don't hear anything, so we're just going to wait a few more seconds. And then you just check, look down through the dirt. It's wet on top, but not as dry down through. So we're going to go grab another pitcher, and hopefully we can make the water come out the bottom, and then we'll be all set. Yeah, so this is the second pitcher. You want to evenly distribute the water across the whole container, and that should go through. Yep, I can hear it dripping through there. Okay, so now all we have to do is just wait. The water will start to keeps on going down. There's a little few puddles in here, but it'll sink throughout the whole thing. And yeah, it's definitely draining out the bottom. So that just means the water made it all the way through the whole part of the dirt. And that's going to keep everything nice and moist in this, which means that the worms will be able to survive, eat, mate, and reproduce in this one tank, one little Tupperware container. See here, and it should be pretty good. So that's how you make a little worm compost bin, or bait bin if you're fishing and you just need it for bait. You just do all this stuff. It'll be nice and perfect for you guys. Worms will start to mate. You'll get more worms. Take some out fishing, hook them on the hook, hopefully catch some fish. So, thanks for watching. If you liked it, smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not. And comment down below. Let's see here. We're going to do... Comment down below if you have any questions about this, and I will get to them ASAP. As soon as possible, I'll get to them. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you on the next video. See ya.